Hello and welcome. Brace yourself for 31 engaging questions designed to test your mastery. Not subscribed yet? Join our community today to access new quizzes every week, engaging educational content, and a fun learning experience. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest uploads. What is an angle? A straight line. The space between two intersecting lines. A closed shape. The correct answer is the space between two intersecting lines. Here's an interesting fact: an angle is formed when two lines meet at a point. What is a right angle? An angle smaller than 90 degrees. An angle of 90 degrees. An angle greater than 90 degrees. The correct answer is an angle of 90 degrees. Here's an interesting fact: a right angle measures exactly 90 degrees. What do we call an angle smaller than 90 degrees? Acute angle. Right angle. Obtuse angle. The correct answer is acute angle. Here's an interesting fact: an acute angle is any angle less than 90 degrees. What do we call an angle larger than 90 degrees? Right angle. Acute angle. Obtuse angle. The correct answer is obtuse angle. Here's an interesting fact: an obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. What do we call an angle of exactly 180 degrees? Right angle. Straight angle. Reflex angle. The correct answer is straight angle. Here's an interesting fact: a straight angle is exactly 180 degrees, forming a straight line. What is an angle greater than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees called? Right angle. Reflex angle. Acute angle. The correct answer is reflex angle. Here's an interesting fact: a reflex angle is greater than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees. What is the sum of all angles in a triangle? 90 degrees. 180 degrees. 360 degrees. The correct answer is 180 degrees. Here's an interesting fact: the three angles inside a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. What is the sum of all angles in a quadrilateral? 180 degrees. 270 degrees. 360 degrees. The correct answer is 360 degrees. Here's an interesting fact: a quadrilateral has four angles that add up to 360 degrees. What is the sum of all angles in a pentagon? 360 degrees. 540 degrees. 720 degrees. The correct answer is 540 degrees. Here's an interesting fact. A pentagon has 5 sides, and its interior angles add up to 540 degrees. What tool is used to measure angles? Compass, protractor, ruler. The correct answer is protractor. Here's an interesting fact. A protractor is a tool used to measure angles in degrees. What is the angle at the center of a full circle? 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 360 degrees. The correct answer is 360 degrees. Here's an interesting fact. A full circle measures 360 degrees. What is the name of an angle that measures 45 degrees? Right angle, acute angle, straight angle. The correct answer is acute angle. Here's an interesting fact. A 45-degree angle is smaller than 90 degrees, making it an acute angle. What is the name of an angle that measures 120 degrees? Right angle, acute angle, obtuse angle. The correct answer is obtuse angle. Here's an interesting fact. A 120-degree angle is greater than 90 degrees, so it is obtuse. What is a pair of angles that add up to 90 degrees called? Complementary angles, supplementary angles, reflex angles. The correct answer is complementary angles. Here's an interesting fact. Complementary angles add up to 90 degrees. What is a pair of angles that add up to 180 degrees called? Complementary angles, supplementary angles, right angles. The correct answer is supplementary angles. Here's an interesting fact. Supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. What is a vertical angle? An angle at the base of a triangle. An angle between two intersecting lines. An angle in a circle. The correct answer is an angle between two intersecting lines. Here's an interesting fact. Vertical angles are opposite each other when two lines intersect. What do we call two angles that share a common side and vertex? Adjacent angles, complementary angles, reflex angles. The correct answer is adjacent angles. Here's an interesting fact. Adjacent angles have a common side and a common vertex. What is the sum of angles around a point? 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 360 degrees. The correct answer is 360 degrees. Here's an interesting fact. Angles around a point always add up to 360 degrees. What type of angles do the hands of a clock show at 3 o'clock? Right angle. Acute angle. Straight angle. The correct answer is right angle. Here's an interesting fact. At 3 o'clock, the hands of a clock form a 90-degree right angle. What type of angle do the hands of a clock show at 6 o'clock? Straight angle. Right angle. Obtuse angle. The correct answer is straight angle. Here's an interesting fact. At 6 o'clock, the hands of a clock form a straight 180-degree angle. What type of angle do the hands of a clock show at 10:10? Acute angle. Right angle. Reflex angle. The correct answer is acute angle. Here's an interesting fact. At 10:10, the clock hands form an acute angle. What is an exterior angle of a triangle? An angle inside the triangle. An angle outside the triangle. A 90-degree angle. The correct answer is an angle outside the triangle. Here's an interesting fact. An exterior angle is formed when one side of a triangle is extended. What is the sum of exterior angles of any polygon? 180 degrees. 270 degrees. 360 degrees. The correct answer is 360 degrees. Here's an interesting fact. The sum of exterior angles of any polygon is always 360 degrees. What is a transversal line? A line that crosses two or more other lines. A straight angle. A curved line. The correct answer is a line that crosses two or more other lines. Here's an interesting fact. A transversal intersects two or more lines at different points. What do we call angles that are in the same position on parallel lines cut by a transversal? Corresponding angles. Vertical angles. Acute angles. The correct answer is corresponding angles. Here's an interesting fact. Corresponding angles are equal when two parallel lines are cut by a transversal. What are alternate interior angles? Angles inside a triangle. Angles between two parallel lines on opposite sides of a transversal. Angles that add up to 180 degrees. The correct answer is angles between two parallel lines on opposite sides of a transversal. Here's an interesting fact. Alternate interior angles are equal when two parallel lines are cut by a transversal. What are alternate exterior angles? Angles outside a triangle. Angles outside two parallel lines on opposite sides of a transversal. Angles that add up to 90 degrees. The correct answer is angles outside two parallel lines, on opposite sides of a transversal. Here's an interesting fact: alternate exterior angles are equal when two parallel lines are cut by a transversal. What do we call a polygon with all angles equal? Irregular polygon. Regular polygon. Concave polygon. The correct answer is regular polygon. Here's an interesting fact: a regular polygon has all sides and angles equal. What is the smallest possible angle? 0 degrees. 1 degree. 10 degrees. The correct answer is 0 degrees. Here's an interesting fact: an angle of 0 degrees means there is no angle at all. What happens to an angle when its arms are extended further apart? It becomes smaller. It stays the same. It becomes larger. The correct answer is, it becomes larger. Here's an interesting fact: extending the arms of an angle increases its size. What is the largest possible angle before a full turn? 180 degrees. 270 degrees. 359 degrees. The correct answer is 359 degrees. Here's an interesting fact: a full turn is 360 degrees, so the largest angle before a full turn is 359 degrees. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Stay tuned for more exciting content, and we'll catch you in the next one.